What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another album review. Today, if y'all haven't already read the title, we are going to be doing Wiz Khalifa, O.N.I.F.C. This is Wiz Khalifa's fourth studio album released December 4th, 2012 under Atlantic Records and Rostrum Records. And before we get into the album review, I want to apologize in advance for not uploading as consistently as I really want to. I really have bad internet and the uploading process has been very long. I'm not even joking, like it takes up to like 8 hours just to upload one video. It's very frustrating, but I'm definitely trying to find ways to get a quicker upload. If I have to go to like friends or family's house just to upload it quicker, I'ma definitely do that, or a local library. I'll have to do that just to get more videos out for y'all, because I know the channel is growing each and every day. But I just wanted to send an apology letter to y'all in case y'all were like, dang, this is taking too long, when is he gonna upload another video? I'm definitely trying to keep up with everything that I got going on, but I just wanted to say that real quick. And also, I keep forgetting to say this at the beginning of the video, but like, subscribe, and comment down below what other albums y'all want me to do. I'm probably going to say that towards the end of the video, but I also want to say that at the beginning of the video, just so y'all are aware that I do want y'all as subscribers, or just as fans, or as family. I don't know, like however y'all want to be looked at. I want to see y'all more often than not. But without any further ado, I've done too much talking. Let's get straight into the album review.
Get the cork out the bottle, get that money up and make the...
First song we got on this album is Paperbound. I think definitely one of the better intros to start off the album. The production was amazing. I really liked the unique, mysterious sounds in the background. It definitely gave you that futuristic view of it. I just like, you know, the voice in the background. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like a really nice touch. It's like kind of ongoing throughout the song, but I really like the beat type of this. I thought it was very hard. It made me catch on to the production very much well, and I feel like it's more of a vibey track overall. I feel like this is something you could play in your car, maybe late night drive. Like, it definitely gave you that kind of vibe. And then when we get to the lyrics, rap performance wise, I thought his rap performance was very, very good, very consistent. He had a very nice flow and cadence, good little lines that he threw in there. I thought the hook was also pretty decent as well, and I think he just really just laid it all up there for this song. So I definitely think this is one of the better songs on the album. I enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, I can't really say nothing bad about this song. Definitely a well put together.
$250,000, little nigga that was 19. Had my hustle down pat, I did the right thing.
Next song we got on here is Bluffin' featuring Beaner. This is personally like one of my favorite songs throughout the album, if not possibly my favorite song throughout the whole album. I don't, or not the whole album, but maybe his entire discography. The production right off the rip gave you kind of that West Coast feel with like that higher stereo sound in the background, but the beat type was amazing. It was so well put together. The production is just flawless. Like, I can't even really complain. It's really, again, another late night drive kind of production that I really messed with. And then when we get into rap performance, I feel like I loved Wiz Khalifa's cadence throughout this song. He was able to switch up his flow in so many different aspects throughout the song. You know, his wordplay was definitely really, really good. He just did his thing on this one as well. Like, he knew the concept, he matched the production very, very well. Beaner's feature was okay. I feel like in some ways it would be better with him not being on there. Like, I didn't feel like he played such a big part in this song in particular, but I feel like he did all right, like for the most part. It wasn't bad, but I thought the hook was very catchy. Everything about the song just, I mean, is perfect to me. So we are 2 for 2 when it comes to one of the better songs on the album, and this is definitely up there as well.
Let it go, homie. You know we can see through them blinds, homie.
Next song we got on here is Let It Go featuring Akon. I thought this song was interesting. I think I understood why maybe this song was probably one of the more popular songs, because it definitely gives you that radio mainstream kind of song in particular. But when we get into production, I feel like the production for the most part was decent. It definitely brought some excitement to it. I feel like the beat type was okay for the most part. Overall, the production was just like okay for radio. I wouldn't say it was one of the best productions in my opinion. And then when we get into rap performance, I feel like, again, like Wiz Khalifa knew what kind of song he was trying to make. So he wasn't really trying to go into like kind of the details of him rapping. He just kind of stick to like small subjects and kind of went from there. I feel like Akon as a feature was definitely necessary. I feel like he was really good on the hook. I haven't heard an Akon feature in quite some time, so definitely around this period of time he was freely to do any features in hip-hop. But I feel like this song is necessary for the album. Is it necessary for everyday listen? Probably not. It wouldn't be something I would add to my playlist at all. But I feel like, again, for the radio, I feel like it could flow very well.
Still the same nigga. Still walking all up on your airplane with all my gang members smelling like money.
Next song we got on here is The Bluff featuring Cameron. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the most surprising thing about this song is Cameron being on this song. I never knew him and Wiz made a song ever, so this is shocking to me. But when we get into production, the production I love a lot. It just caught my eye, or really caught my ear right away. Just the overall sound in the background, it just gives you kind of that melodic, like futuristic sound that I think was so neat. The beat type was crazy on here. It's just something that you could really just like nod your head to overall. So I like how slow paced it is, but the beat really brings it up a little bit more, if that makes sense. And then when we get into rap performance, I think Wiz did very good on his rap performance, kept a steady pace, a steady flow, matched the production all the way. I feel like the hook was also pretty good, and I feel like the Cameron feature, for the most part, I feel like it was fine. I don't hate his verse. I just feel like for this production it maybe didn't match, because Cameron's like in the early like 2000s, and you know, he kind of raps on different type of beats compared to the beat that he's on now. So it seemed a little unfitting, but at the same time, at least Wiz recognized real. Like, we know Cameron is easily one of those greatest rappers of all time. If you don't think so, then you just need to listen to his older stuff and you'll see why. But I think this song overall is definitely really good. I would argue one of the more underrated songs. And it's something I could add to my playlist. So yeah, pretty dope. Next song we got on here is Work Hard, Play Hard. This song definitely takes me back. I remember when this song first dropped, it was like the biggest motivation song probably of that time, around 2012, 2013. So there's definitely some nostalgic to it for sure. I feel like the production overall was pretty cool. I like the overall sound of it because it gives you that kind of, you know, hard-working kind of atmosphere to it. I feel like the beat type was honestly pretty good, well put together, but it is a pretty much a fast-paced, ongoing kind of song where it keeps you going for the most part. When it comes to rap performance, I think his rap performance was cool. Like, I think the hook was very catchy. I feel like he was rapping at a fast cadence at most times, and you know, he was staying on subject of working hard and playing hard, and you know, that whole concept. But this is like one of those songs where, yes, it's nostalgic because I remember when it first dropped, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's always gonna be a good song, because I feel like this song is a little outdated. Like, it was good for its time, but listening back to it, I'm kind of like, I don't really care for the song as much as I used to. But the funny part is, this song is so old, and I've been listening to Wiz for so long that this is actually like on my playlist. Like, ironically, even though I don't care for the song anymore, it's on my playlist. So I just leave it on there because I'm just like, I mean, I guess it brings back memories. But this isn't necessarily a song I'm like crazy about. Like, I feel like it was good for its time, but like now it's like, it's alright. But it was good for the radio and good for maybe NFL promos or NBA promos to like make commercials out of, I would say.
Baby, I go hard, so hard, sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not I'm even on my job. Most of the time I'm running around either that or...
Next song we got on here is Got Everything featuring Country Noel. Hopefully I said her name right. This is like one of those songs where it's like at some point you would have to know, like, he's just gonna throw in a song that maybe isn't like that important, obviously, and yeah, he did just that. When it comes to production, it's a little too, like, I don't know, it gives off like too, I don't know what to say, like, it gives off radio play, but it also gives off too girly for Wiz in a way. Like, I feel like the country girl, or country, I don't know how to say her name, the Noelle girl fits the production way more than Wiz, if that makes any sense. And while we're getting into rap performance, Wiz's rap performance honestly wasn't that bad. I feel like his cadence was definitely crazy on here. He had a really good flow, and he shows that he could rap at a very fast pace like he used to, but that doesn't really make up for him sounding good on this production. I just don't think it really fits him. I think the feature of the Noelle girl was kind of like played out. I just feel like she wasn't on tune or on rhythm with the production at all, so it just didn't sound great. Overall, I feel like this song was purposely gonna be bad from the start, but I mean, it's not like the worst song in the world. I think it's just possibly the worst song on this album, at least.
I got a car so fast that if I push one button, you won't see nothing. I got a feeling that...
Next song we got on here is Fall Asleep. Again, another one of those songs where I'm just kind of like, what is Wiz doing? Now, I have to tell y'all about it. Now, when it comes to the production, the production wasn't necessarily that bad. Like, I could see where he was trying to be creative of and how he was giving us a different sound overall. And low-key, I don't know if this is like a crazy take, but I could see like Tyler, the Creator, on this production, and he make it something like more. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler was on the production of this creative part. Like, it gave me such Tyler, the Creator vibes that I was just like, is Tyler gonna be on this? But obviously he's not. But it just gives you that kind of vibe. So I don't hate the production, only because I know it could fit somebody else. When it comes to rap performance, I mean, is there really any rap performance on here like that? Like, I feel like he essentially was just like, I don't know what he was doing. Like, it just wasn't, it really wasn't like well put together, and I feel like he just didn't fit with the production at all. I don't know, it feels like such a random song that he just decided to just do, and that's essentially it. So I'd probably pass on this song. It's not personally for me, but it could be for anybody else that really messes with Wiz Khalifa like heavy.
I spend a lot of nights thinking, how did I make it this far? I spend money.
Next song we got on here is Time. I definitely really mess with this song a lot. It definitely takes me back to, gosh, middle school, man. Like, seriously, it's like so crazy, but I'll tell y'all why. When it comes to the production, it's definitely very different from a lot of the production within this album. It gives you kind of that ongoing, like, static-y kind of sound, but it's really good played out throughout the song. I feel like the beat type, again, was very good on here. It gives you just a good vibe overall. It's like a vibey production, but at the same time, like, you hear a lot of the noise and you would think it's like gonna be a chaotic song in a way, but it actually sounds somewhat smooth. And then when we get into rap performance, I feel like Wiz Khalifa was so laid back on here. He just kind of like was rapping at just a slow cadence pace. He wasn't trying to rush it. There were a couple times he rapped pretty fast, but like for the most part, he was just like, you know, really chill on this one. I feel like the hook was pretty solid overall. I feel like overall the song is just like well put together. It's not the perfect song, but it's not like the worst song neither. It's a song I would personally add on my playlist. I think it's very necessary to add on a playlist, and I would say timeless for the most part.
Count another grip, smoke another zip. Let them young niggas tell it I be on my shit.
Next song we got on here is It's Nothing featuring 2 Chainz. I feel like this song, well, let me put out there, it is one of the more popular songs on the album, if not one of the more popular songs in Wiz Khalifa's catalog. But I probably have a hot take about this song, and I'll explain why. When it comes to the production, it is very basic and very simple. There's not much added. Like, there's this ongoing sound. I think the beat type was honestly decent, but there isn't much going on with the production other than that. It's very just kind of basic for the most part. And when we get into the rap performance, I feel like Wiz Khalifa's part was pretty cool. Like, it wasn't doing too much. I feel like he had his good cadence overall. I feel like for the most part the hook was kind of catchy. I can mess with the hook a little bit, but 2 Chainz part was very short. Like, it wasn't nothing to like be like, man, he had such a good verse. Like, it just, 2 Chainz verse was kind of just boring for the most part, honestly. And to know my hot take about this song, I feel like this song is a tad bit overrated. Like, I don't think it should have been one of the more popular songs on the album, because it just has everything basic about a Wiz Khalifa song that you could imagine. And I don't know how this song blew up. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it's not something I would play in the car. It's not something I would play at a club or at a party. Like, I don't know what this song is really necessary for. I feel like it's just that one time listen and then you just move on. So that's my hot take about this song.
You would've thought that from seeing me going hard that'll motivate these motherfuckers to get on their job. But
next song we got on here is Rise Above featuring Amber Rose. Yes, Amber Rose, Pharrell Williams, and Tukey Carter. This is probably like one of the most interesting songs I've probably heard in a while, or at least in Wiz Khalifa's catalog. The Amber Rose feature is like throwing me off, but let's get to the production first. So when it comes to the production, I actually like it a lot. It's very smooth, very jazzy, but that's what you expect from a Pharrell production song. Like, I just knew right away, like, this is so well put together. The beat type was amazing. Overall, I really like the production. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's one of Pharrell's more underrated productions overall. Now, when we get into rap performance, I actually enjoyed Wiz Khalifa's rap performance. I think he was able to keep up with the production, stay on par, because the production is very slow, jazzy feel, and I almost was worried that maybe Wiz was gonna maybe go a little too out of his element. But I think he stayed on par. He had a very nice flow. I thought the hook was definitely really good. Overall, I feel like Pharrell's verse was honestly pretty solid as well. The weird part is I feel like Pharrell has times where he can spit a little bit, and then there's times where it's just like, nothing's really there. So I feel like his verse was honestly pretty solid. I can't really tell you where I was able to hear Amber Rose right off the rip. Maybe she had a singing performance or something, but yeah, I think this song is, I would say, pretty underrated as far as a good quality sounded song, because it doesn't have that many plays. But I think I would give it another listen. It's not personally on my playlist yet, but I will listen to it again just to get a good idea at least. This is Next song we got on here is Imitation featuring Lola Monroe. I thought this song was pretty decent. I think it's a good like club song to play. I think it's a good party song, and I'll get into the production. I feel like the production definitely gave you that really hyped, again, in the club, at a party. It just gave you that energetic feel to it. And it's really a production that isn't really the care in the world. I feel like the beat type was honestly pretty good for the most part. And again, I just feel like it's something you would play at a party and people will get, not groovy with it, but, people will just vibe with it overall. I feel like the rap performance wise was decent. Like, I don't think Wiz Khalifa did too much on this song, because I feel like, again, he meant to make this kind of a mainstream radio play kind of song. As far as that, I feel like Lolo Monroe's verse, I almost thought it was Nicki Minaj at first, but then as I heard her more and more, I'm like, okay, that's not Nicki Minaj, but she's close. She's close to it, but I feel like her feature was fine. Like, it wasn't nothing too crazy. She had a different sounding voice that kind of sounded like Nicki, early Nicki, like from like 2010. If y'all know, y'all know. But I feel like this song is fine. Like, it's not a song I would add to my playlist. It's probably really not a song I would listen to again. But if I heard it, I wouldn't like skip it. I think it's fine for the most part.
Waking up the neighbors, you can hear the headboard shaking. I leave all of your body parts aching.
Next song we got on here is Up In It. Personally, I'm not like the biggest fan of this song, and it's not really based on the context. I just feel like it's not really my cup of tea, and I'll tell y'all why. When it comes to the production is different. I feel like it definitely gives you that in the bedroom kind of vibes. The piano sound in the background I think was a little nice touch. The beat type was cool. The sound in the background was okay. Like, there was nothing about the production that was that outstanding other than maybe the piano sound in the background. And then when it comes to rap performance, I wasn't that crazy about Wiz Khalifa's rap performance. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like the hook was not great. I feel like, I get the subject matter. It's more of a in the bedroom song, but it just didn't. Like, I've heard it good in the bedroom songs. I just feel like this isn't like one of them, like, at all. So, yeah, I'm just like not crazy over this song, and yeah, I could do without this. It's a skip for me. It probably is one of the worst songs, if I'm being honest.
We just go, we don't know no limit.
Next song we got on here is No Limit. I actually like this song a whole lot. I think it's arguably one of the more underrated songs on here. Now, I will remind y'all, this is almost a 10-minute song, but I feel like it's worth it once I describe it to y'all. I feel like the production right off the rip is definitely amazing. It gives you just that different, sounds overall. I feel like the beat type is definitely very well put together. There's another beat switch that I really, really like, that it goes in kind of to that piano sound with a really nice beat type. So there's really a two-part song to this particular song, and I feel like throughout the whole 9 minutes and 27 seconds, it is absolutely wonderful. I think, like, the production it's just really good, and that's all I can say about that. And then when we get into rap performance, I feel like his rap performance was definitely very, very much amazing. And I feel like he was able to give us different, cadences and sounds and just flows overall. I feel like the hooks were definitely very catchy. I feel like there's nothing wrong with this song at all. Even with it being as long as it is, I feel like it's easily one of the more underrated songs. I listened to it maybe 3 times before I got into this album review, and I'm just like, this is so well put together, and it's very hidden. Like, it doesn't have very many plays, so if y'all have at least 10 minutes of y'all day, just listen to this song and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Out of smoke weed where they said I can't. Yeah, I'm ready.
Next song we got on here is The Plan, featuring Juicy J and Juicy J. This song was decent. I don't know, it's something about this song that's like, it could be good on a good day, and then it could just be like pretty bad on a bad day, and I'll tell y'all why. When it comes to the production overall, I feel like it's fine. Like, it's not nothing crazy. I feel like it keeps a steady flow. The beat type is decent. It gives you that futuristic feel, but like, it's not gravitating enough to like make me really enjoy it. So for the most part, it's fine, but like, it's just not one of my favorites. And then when we get into rap performance, I just feel like Wiz and Juicy J really didn't match the energy of the production at all. I feel like Juicy J was a little too hyped, especially when it came to the hook. It just didn't fit well, and I just feel like Wiz Khalifa's part was just a little like off-putting a lot of the times, and it just wasn't on par. And I just feel like that's what kind of defeats the purpose of kind of a slower song that could elevate into like something else. So it's fine for the most part, but like, I'm not the craziest, biggest fan of this song at all, really.
She's about to earn some bragging rights. I'm about to give it up like I've been holding back all night.
Next song we got on here is Remember You, featuring The Weeknd. I thought this song was pretty good quality. If I wasn't such a big Wiz Khalifa fan, especially around this time, I would have never knew that Wiz Khalifa and The Weeknd ever made a song ever. So pretty good to know. When we get into the production, I feel like the production was definitely very fitting. It definitely gave you that mysterious, dark, kind of suspenseful like sound overall. It definitely had a pretty good beat type as well. I feel like the production overall was pretty good. Like, it wasn't nothing that I would be like, I'm not crazy over it. I think it's decent for the most part. And when we get into the rap performance slash just regular performance, I feel like Wiz Khalifa was definitely able to stay on par with the production. He had a very steady flow. He didn't go too crazy. He had a pretty good cadence throughout the song. I feel like his sound overall just made sense with this song. And then obviously The Weeknd being on the hook and having his own verse, I think was very fitting. They work very well together, and I'm surprised they haven't done more songs together, but I think this song was definitely pretty good. It's not a song I would add to my playlist personally, I know, but I do feel like for the most part, if I heard anybody playing it, I would vibe with it. Like, it's not a song that I would skip right away, but I would say definitely a pretty good song overall.
Back when I was young, I had dreams of getting richer. Then my homie Breeze set me down, schooled me to the picture. I was with.
Next song we got on here is Medicated featuring Chevy Woods, Juicy J, and Juicy J. I don't know why there's two Juicy J's. I'm so confused on that part, but let's just get into it. So I definitely enjoyed this song a lot. I feel like, you know, overall the production side of it was definitely really good. It gave you that high sound, like, I don't know if it was a piano or just an electric piano, but I thought that was a nice touch. The beat overall was definitely really good. It just had just an ongoing beat sound that I felt like was just well put together overall. And then when we get into the verses, I feel like Wiz Khalifa definitely had a really good verse, and on top of having a pretty catchy hook overall. Chevy Woods, I feel like his verse was okay. I just feel like it was kind of corny, because some of the lines he was saying, I'm just like, God, it's so outdated. Some of the words he was saying, like, it was just like, ugh, so cringe. But I feel like Juicy J's part was so short. Like, it wasn't even nothing to really hang on to. It's like he had a couple lines and then he just essentially, like, stopped. Like, it was kind of weird. But for the most part, I think the song as a whole, it's definitely pretty good. It's something I have on my playlist. For nostalgic purposes, it's definitely good to go back to a song that you used to listen to a lot, especially in middle school. So, yeah, this song definitely holds a good place in my heart, or just in my mind, wherever. But yeah, definitely nostalgic for me.
Worry about a hater? Not me. What? Turn to the max, no sleep. Smoke 100 joints to the face. Give a
Next song we got on here is Bout Me featuring I.M.C and Problem. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I think this song is so, like, it shows how old this song really is, because there's so much cringe throughout this song, and I'll tell y'all why. When it comes to the production, it's very, like, that high-pitched, like, sound that you hear from, like, any song from, like, 2012 to 2011 to 2010 to 2009 and above and beyond, and it's such a cringe sound to listen to, and then the beat type doesn't make up for it, because you already know how it's gonna sound based off of the features and just as a whole how it's gonna sound throughout the whole song, really. So yeah, I didn't enjoy the production at all. And then when we get into the rap performance, I feel like Wiz Khalifa was trying so hard to make this a radio play song, and he did just that, but at the worst of it. And I feel like the features, like Problem, I remember hearing Problem on low-key, like, any kind of feature at that time, and I just didn't feel like he was a problem. Matter of fact, he probably was the problem. Like, it just, his voice just gives me, like, cringe. Like, I don't know, he gives certain lines that I just don't hear anymore. He says certain stuff that I'm just like, bro, who says that? Like, oh, it's so bad. And it's nothing towards him personally. I just feel like rapping wise, I'm not looking forward to hearing his voice at all. So I would say this is probably the most cringe song on here, arguably the worst song on here as well. Not a song I would listen to again, and that's really it.
Fell asleep in my first class seat, got so much legroom, don't care if you lean back in front of me, plus my hotel room's a present.
Next song we got on here is Stacking. I honestly like this song quite a bit. It's very different, and I'll tell y'all why. When it comes to the production, I'm not gonna lie, it gives you kind of that weary ongoing sound, but it sounds very mysterious, but it definitely sounds like a weed smoking song, if that makes any sense. I feel like the beat type was honestly very good. but it's a very just like, I don't know, it's like you're hypnotized a little bit with the song because the production just gives you that. So that's the best way I could describe it. Hopefully, if you're a weed head, you know what I'm talking about. But like, it just gives you like, I don't know, it gives you something like weird. I don't know. And then when it comes to the rap performance, I feel like his rap performance was definitely very, very good on here. He had a really nice flow. He kept up with the production all the way through. And it's just a really laid back thinking kind of song. It's not making you think too much, but it's just making you think about little things. So I would argue definitely another underrated song. It definitely gives that true like Wiz Khalifa sound overall because he kind of gives you just that weed smoke vibe. So I mess with it. I think I could listen to it again, honestly.
Nigga like me be smoking while I'm driving. Getting higher than the BG sing, we both just staying alive.
Last song we have on this album is Marry 3 Times. I feel like for the outro, it's not terrible, but it's like, I don't know if it's necessary to have as a last song. I'm kind of debating with myself with that. I feel like the production was fine. It was kind of simple for the most part. It wasn't too much going on. I feel like the beat type was pretty good. The sound overall, I just wasn't the craziest fan of. If it wasn't for the beat type, I feel like the production would be trash. But I think it made up for it. So that's what I can say about that. And then when we get into his performance, his singing performance was so like, I don't know. It's him trying. I'll give him effort, but also it could be him just being a little creative because, you know, the singing rapper kind of thing has to sound different from a R&B singer. It can't sound like an R&B singer. You have to have your own kind of singing with it. So I feel like he did his part. I mean, his performance overall was fine. It's just not something I'm like crazy about right now. Like I don't know. This song is fine. Like it's fair for the most part, but like I'm really not crazy for this, and for this to be the outro, I'm just like, I think he could have did a little better, but I'm not mad, but I'm also just not happy. All right, y'all, we are down to the 5 credentials of this album. If you don't know the 5 credentials, I'll put them right here. I'll leave them on the screen just for y'all to see. But the first credential we are going to break down is production. I feel like the production was honestly very, very good throughout the whole track. He had very good beat types, very good overall sound, and I feel like the production is low-key ahead of its time because it gave a lot of that futuristic sounds that you'll hear in maybe newer songs today, and I feel like he was definitely ahead of his time with that one. So I love the creativeness of the production. It fits so well, and I thought that was really unique about it. So if I had to give it a 1 through 10, I give it a solid 9. I think it's definitely up there with a lot of Wiz Khalifa's album productions in general. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Next we got is features. The features on this album wasn't terrible. I feel like for the most part they're there, but they're not really that like gravitating as far as looking at it from, you know, a bird's eye view. I feel like features like 2 Chainz, I guess, was okay. Weeknd was honestly pretty good. Juicy J's performances were fine. I don't know, like, other than that, I didn't really get much from the features. Like, I feel like for the most part, and this might be a hot take, but maybe he was better without him. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, most of the features I feel like weren't really that necessary. So if I had to give the features 1 through 10, I give it like a 3. And that's the best I can do. Next we got is rap performance. I feel like his rap performance was definitely well put together. I love the creative sounds he was able to give us, the amazing cadence and flow. I liked how he stayed on par with the production overall, just kind of giving you just different elements of Wiz Khalifa throughout this whole album. I definitely really enjoyed his vibe on here. I mean, I may be biased because I am a pretty big Wiz Khalifa fan. Like, Wiz Khalifa was my first favorite rapper, but I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10 when it comes to his rap performance. I think he stayed on par very well with everything that he was rapping about, so 8 out of 10 is definitely pretty good. Next we got is context. I feel like, who cares? I'm not even gonna lie, like, if you're listening to Wiz Khalifa, I almost essentially feel like context isn't really gonna matter because you're just here for the vibes. So if the vibes are there, then nothing else matters. So I'm more than likely just gonna give this a 10 out of 10 because I don't pay attention to context when it comes to Wiz Khalifa. Now, I'm not being biased. I'm just saying, like, I'm not expecting him to, like, stay on subject, especially at this point of his career. Like, this was the height of his career. Nothing really matters subject-wise when it comes to Wiz Khalifa. So, 10 out of 10 on context. And last but not least, we got is album cover. The album cover is iconic, I think. He has on, you know, the fur or the mink, you know, coat. He has on them really tight jeans that he used to wear back in the day. Hey, he just looked cool. Like, he's sitting in a chair. He looks confident. I think an album like this would be gravitating right away. I would be like, hey, I might want to try that album out or just listen to it. Yeah, that's what I really meant to say. Forget that other part. But I feel like as creative as it is, I definitely can give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think it's amongst one of the better album covers you can get out of most of the album covers today. So he made the best out of it. Did I give it a 9 or 8? I can't remember. I mean, forget it. A 9 out of 10 is pretty good. Now we are down to give it the final verdict of this album. I gave this a lot of thought because I remember listening to this album when I was in middle school and even a little bit in high school, and it's been a while since I've listened to it since then, and it definitely brought back a lot of memories. I mean, it's a nostalgic album for me, but I'm not going to be biased because it's nostalgic. So if I had to give this album as a whole 1 through 10, I would honestly give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think, to me, it's probably one of Wiz Khalifa's most underrated albums in general, or probably one of the more underrated albums ever, because I just feel like there's so much that people don't listen to. I know a lot of people don't listen to full albums nowadays. I do, because I definitely want to know what songs I really like. And there was a lot of songs that I missed out on that I'm just like, dang, why didn't I like this song sooner? And it brought back a lot of memories, but yet it brought back a lot of songs that I'm just like, I could add that to my playlist, I could add that to my playlist, and essentially it was just a very complete album overall. Definitely one of Wiz Khalifa's better pieces of work, in my personal opinion, and it aged very well for most Wiz Khalifa albums that has came out even before that. But that will conclude today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, like, subscribe, and comment down below what other albums y'all want me to do. Also, click the link down in my description for all my social medias. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all next time, and I'll make sure to be consistent as much as I can, knowing that my internet is kind of bad.
Born in Illinois as that boy that found that joy to be away from the noise. Niggas stash shit in boxes like a toy. Niggas trying to use poi to make a decoy to carry body on the hoy. I keep a 7 like Roy, you get